Good afternoon, Tomcat Nation, and welcome to this week's edition of the Tomcat Report. My name is Cody Patterson. The men's basketball team remained undefeated before Thanksgiving break with a non-conference win over Allegheny 71-59. Tyreek Burton and Clandell Seatoot paced the Tomcats with 18 points apiece. Seatoot also collected 11 rebounds and a game-high 5 blocks to collect his second double-double of the season. Averill Campbell netted 8 points while grabbing 11 rebounds. Terrence Holloway and Mert Iskanak contributed off the Tomcat bench. Holloway collected 7 points while Iskanak tallied a team-high 7 assists. The women's basketball team moved to 2-3 on the season, dropping a game to Penn State Barons 76-52. Taylor Duchamp led the Tomcats with 13 points and 4 rebounds. Jess Vormelker notched her third double-double this season with 11 points and 11 rebounds. Aaron DeFalco added 10 points for the Tomcats, while Brigitte Journet chipped in with 7 points. Joining us in the studio is Ed Topoleski, who's with head football coach Dan Blume, to recap the season and preview what's to come with the Thiel College football team.
Thanks, Cody. Coach, thanks for joining us today. You have had a few weeks now to reflect on the 2016 season. What did you think of your first year leading the Tomcats?
I think it was a good season of growth for us. We were still a young football team. I think we kind of continually talked. We had 19 guys. And probably if you go back throughout that, we probably had 25, freshmen or first-year players, sophomores playing for us this year. So it was a season of growth, maturity-wise. I think that's the biggest thing I would take away from it. You can see throughout the season, from everyone. Ryan Radke was a 4-year starter, but you continued to see him improve within the offense and kind of, be a true quarterback and do what we were asking him to do within the system. And then you saw growth with the young receivers. But I think the bigger thing was you saw our defense grow. Even though we gave up way too many big plays, I think as the season went on, our box kind of grew up, and we started defending the run well. Now we just got to clean up the pass for next season.
You closed out the year with a big win over Grove City, setting you up for the start of the 2017 season. How did it feel to win your first Mercer County Cup?
It's obviously exciting. It's a rivalry game, so it's one of those situations you never know what's going to happen, and that was kind of proof in that game. And that I thought we were in position to maybe put the game away, and they did a good job clawing back and fighting. And it was kind of a testament to what rivalry games are. Just because a team hasn't won or you get up early doesn't mean, because there's a pride factor. And I commend their guys. They did a great job kind of battling back through adversity, and our guys did a good job making sure we kind of sealed things out and kept the cup here in Greenville.
Quarterback Ryan Radke, you already mentioned, he had a banner season for you. All-PAC first-team pick, and he is the career leader in passing yards, rushing yards, total offense, and passing touchdowns. What were your thoughts on Ryan's accomplishments?
Ryan had a great season for us. There was times where we wish he'd have played more within the system, and he tried doing too much, but that's kind of who he is, and that's what we knew. So
sure.
We did a good job as far as, I think, as a coaching staff, trying to make sure we got him carries and the ball in his hand early to kind of get him comfortable. But Ryan did a great job, and you could argue there's a couple games that he put us on his back and won us football games.
Yeah.
As far back as Bethany with that shootout, and then late in the year when the game was on the line against Grove City, the ball was in his hands. So he's a guy we're going to miss, but as we kind of always talk, we're going to find out who we got here. We're already kind of discussing what we're going to do offensively as far as how do we get our best players on the field, what do we do well, and what can we do next year to put our players in the best position to be successful.
Of course, we have to talk about your freshman receivers. You already mentioned them a little bit, but Deshaun Bracey, Jaquan Hicks, and Eugene Bailey. Bracey was an All-PAC pick. Hicks earned a D3Football.com Player of the Week, and Bailey was a Conference Rookie of the Week, among other awards for all three. And that's not even mentioning their stats.
Mm-hmm.
What is this group ceiling?
It's tremendous. Again, I think it's probably, I haven't been in this league a long time, but if they stay for 4 years, I think it's arguably going to be the best group of 3 receivers to come through a program in the PAC ever. There's been some tremendous receivers, but when you put those 3 together, and I think the ceiling of what they can accomplish as they get better. Eugene and Deshaun are big body guys that are going to get bigger and stronger. And as true freshmen, they were already running by people in this league that were juniors and seniors. So I think their ceiling's tremendous. Now it's we got to make sure we do the best job we can to keep those guys here and happy. That's the nature of Division III football. But if those guys all can stay academically, and financially, then their ceiling's going to be tremendous for us.
You and your staff have already hit the recruiting trail. What's on your wish list?
Offensive and defensive line's
Okay.
a big one for us. We got to go out and find a good, find a quarterback. And we have three freshmen within the program, but we'd like to find either a transfer ready-made or another freshman to come in and challenge. But offensive and defensive line would be the big one. But we're going to try to do. Our goal is to bring in 70. And that's a balanced number. That's kind of where we're comfortable. I got 7 coaches on the road. We're going to hit kind of a 200-mile radius of here, and then we're going to branch out into Baltimore, Florida, and Georgia. So we're going to try to kind of bring a pocket of 40 to 50 local, quote-unquote local guys with Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, and then branch out and bring in some skill guys or other guys that bring a very ability or different type of player. And we'll recruit locally from Florida, Georgia, and Baltimore.
Sure. Coach, thanks again for joining us today. Tomcat fans can read more about the 2016 season in the next edition of The Bell. Back to you, Cody.
Thanks, Ed and Coach Blume. Coming up this week, the Thiel men's and women's basketball team will begin conference play when they hit the road to take on Westminster on Wednesday, before hosting Thomas More at Beagley Gymnasium starting at 1 p.m. The men's and women's track and field team will compete in the Youngstown State University Icebreaker on Friday. The wrestling team will take part in the RIT Invitational in Rochester, New York on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. Thank you for watching. My name is Cody Patterson. Make sure you follow all your favorite Tomcat sports teams at home or on the road by logging on to ThielAthletics.com or by following us on social media at Thiel Athletics.